Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and tonight we're going to try one more time to get a white-black vampire deck in a premier draft of Rivals of Ixalan. Hopefully we don't open a good Merfolk rare and then get past a good Merfolk deck. Let's just open a vampire rare, or even just a Legion Lieutenant. I would take that. We just need one more player. Ah, there we go. There's a couple interesting mythic vampires we could open. There's a mono black one that basically lets you draw extra cards. I think you have to have a Sendo. And then there's a Linda. What do we get? We get Slaughter the Strong. Which I don't know about that one. Could just take the Forsaken Sanctuary as fixing. Oh, the Needletooth Raptor's pretty good too. Well, let's take the fix it. We're trying the vampire thing. We need to be white-black, so we'll take a white-black land. Who all's in this? Any names we recognize? Not really. Forerunner of the Empire. Well, here's a Legion Conquistador. Oh, but here's an Impale. Dusk Legion Zealot. Yeah, this is like everything we want. There's a lot of good stuff in this pack. There's a chance we could get something back. We'll take the Impale. Just your 4-mana... black common creature removal. A trend that has been going on for a very long time in limited Magic. Okay, well here's Stormfleet Sprinter, Atsakan Seer, Foul Orchard, another Impale, and a Dusk Legion Zealot. Like, we just take the other Impale. Yeah, I'd run a couple of Impales. It's either that or the Dusk Legion. There's also the Sanguine Glorifier. That puts a counter. I don't know, but that's not going to be picked over Impale. We're going to take the removal first. We have a rare here. Power and toughness each equal to the number of differently named lands you control. Yeah, that's not going to be good. But we do have Exultant Skymarcher, a nice vampire here. That is going to be the pick. We also have a Vampire Revenant, which could be okay, and the Snubhorn Sentry. I'm going to go ahead, and we've already got the fixing, so we can pick these double casting cards. Also, another weird thing about drafting the set, only enemy color pairings have the Forsaken Sanctuary. Well, I'm not going to pick another Sanctuary right now. I'm going to take the Moment of Craving, a nice cheap removal spell. Though I wouldn't mind a second Forsaken Sanctuary given our makeup here, but the first one is a little bit more important than the next one. This pack doesn't have much for us. There's our lizard friend. I take the raptor companion and just try to keep other people out of black-white if we pass, like, the kite sail corsair. Or we can put... maybe then pack 2 could be better for us if these people on our left end up in, like, merfolk and dinosaurs and stuff, because we've been passing all that. That's the theory, anyways. And Raptor Companion is still a playable card regardless. Ooh, here we go. Sky Marcher, Aspirant, or I could take our first Legion Conquistador, which would be good. It has flying as long as we... I think we have to take the Aspirant here. Because the Conquistador, I know we had one in like our first and or second pack, but it would just be somewhat of a speculative pick. Oh, look at this stuff. Yeah, let's put the people next to us in Pirates. We'll take our third 4-mana removal spell. Oh, well, we got Squire's Devotion back, which would have been the other vampire card. Wow. Other vampire card I would have wanted out of that first pack. I think this next pack would have the Squires, or the Conquistador. It does not have a Conquistador for us. We do have either... That's a late Corsair. We do have a Recover or a Vampire Revenant. I'll take the Revenant. We'll go for Flying. Foul Orchard. I'll take the Glorifier over the Cleansing Ray. So yeah, this set only has the enemy color pairs for the uncommon mana fixing. Oh, we even get another Forsaken Sanctuary? Yes, please. Okay, so white-black must be at least somewhat open for us to be getting that. Siegehorn Ceratops, not quite what we want to be doing. I guess out of this pack, there's the Conquistador, or there's this Voracious Vampire that I haven't been super impressed with yet. There's also Recover, but we saw several of those on the wheel last time. So I'll take our first Conquistador. I know we missed a couple in pack 1. It's either that or a Sun Sentinel, but this one's a vampire. Dusk Legion Zealot, Conquistador. I think now we can take the Conquistador. This untaps when we gain life. We've got a couple of things. That also, I've seen that card wheel. There's also the Reaver Ambush. I'm just going to take the Conquistador. We now have reasons to play some of those. Pride, Cleansing Ray, Silent Graves. Oh, this is just graveyard hate. We'll take the Snubhorn Sentry. It's a honorary vampire this time. Don't need the Evolving Wilds. We could take the Oathsworn Vampire. Or there's the Moment of Triumph. I'll take the Oathsworn. We'll get some 2-drops. That is not the right... Yeah, the black one is for pirates. The white one is for the vampires. I'll just take a 2-drop here. It's not a vampire, but it can be played nonetheless. There's a Bombard here. There's... This card is good too. Raging Regisaur. And another Conquistador. That's our third one. There's a Moment of Craving, which I wouldn't mind picking up, but at this point, Conquistadors 3 and 4 are going to be pretty nice. It's going to be really nice if we can get the 2-drop vampire that pumps all our vampires. That's really what we need. Actually, fun fact, Legion Conquistador was actually used in Standard. Yeah, 3 mana 2/2 that fetches more 3 mana 2/2s. There was like a white weenie style... Oh, yes! A white weenie style deck that was playing this. It also used like the Oketra's Monument from Amonkhet. Yeah, this is exactly what we wanted for a 2-drop. Oh, it even has its own sound effect. Let's get 3 of these. I've had a couple drafts where I've gotten 3 of the Signpost Uncommon we were using. The Atzikin Seer and the blue-red hasty pirate that can't be blocked. So maybe we can continue that sort of trend, or get back to that trend, and get 3 Legion Lieutenants. Oh, we can just make sure the mana's good as we take our 3rd Forsaken Sanctuary. I'm down with that. And now we have a Recover. Yeah, see, I told you guys Recover might come back. Why is red seem to be like the least drafted color? Ah, there's the Famished Paladin, but there's also a Dusk Legion Zealot. I'm going to take the Zealot here. It just draws us a card. It's nice. Gets us to the stuff we want to have more of. I think I will play the Recover as a 1-of. And I might even be able to play 16 lands in this deck. We'll see. I mean, we definitely have the fixing. Let's take a Cleansing Ray. People have been main decking that card and annoying me with it. Let's take, Aggressive Urge. Alright, we'll take the Freebooter, we'll take a Plummet. Not playing any of those. Oh, that is a bomb rare. Absolute bomb rare. That thing might wheel Legion Conquistador. I just want more cheap interaction, I think. So I'm going to take a second Moment of Craving. We can probably get that Famished Paladin back. But yeah, I want removal. And we have 3 4-mana removals, now we have a couple 2-mana removals. There's a Legion Conquistador. There's a Forerunner that's not our Forerunner, Deadeye Brawler. We'll take our 4th Conquistador. Can I rename the deck here? I cannot. Our 5th Legion Conquistador, or our 3rd Moment of Craving. I'm gonna go 3rd Moment of Craving, actually. Because we are semi-lacking in 2-drops right now, so if we can't have 2-drops, let's take 2-drop removal that can kill a lot of 2-drops in the format. And it doesn't kill the Boros Signpost Uncommon, the 3/3. It's going to kill, like, all those evasive things. It'll gain us life, too. Okay, well, all of my picks in this pack are just going to be more Moment of Cravings or more Legion Conquistadors. I don't know what you want me to do with all this. Let's take our 5th Conquistador over the 4th Moment of Craving. And the next pack, we're probably going to be faced with the same choice of Moment of Craving or Conquistador number 6. Or we can just have Conquistador number 6. I mean... we need more Legion Lieutenants, though. We've only got a few more picks to find one. There's just been a Conquistador in nearly every pack so far. Or every pick this pack. Of course, now I kind of wish I took that 4th Moment of Craving. Well, what's a 2-drop? We have plenty of Moment of Cravings. We'll take the 2-drop. Might even be able to cut the Raptor Companion, especially if we get that other Famished Paladin back on the wheel like we're suspecting. Yeah, well, here's a 2-drop for us. There's also an Arch of Araska. It might not be bad. There's also the Flyer. We have so many 3-drops, though. I'm going to take the 2-drop. And I think with that, we can get rid of the Raptor Companion. I was going to take another Recover. I don't think we're going to play 2. So I'll move that to the sideboard. We already have to make cuts. Yeah, here we go. Another Famished Paladin. 2 mana 3/3s that don't die to Moment of Craving. Really should pick that 4th Moment of Craving. There is nothing for us in this pack. So I'll take a red card. I'm not going to take our Lizard Friend. We're going to take... actually... +1/+1 in haste. I don't know if that's a consideration or not. I don't think I'm going to play more than 1 Cleansing Ray, though. Well, now I have the option to. Our last pick, Snubhorn Sentry. Alright, well, we have a lot of cuts to make. Definitely is going to be a 16 land deck, though. So 1 cut's going to be a land. It's going to be a swamp because we have mostly white cards. Let's take a look at our creature curve. Strider Harness is giving haste something worthwhile. Probably not. Squire's Devotion, Cleansing Ray. We have a lot of ways to untap the Famished Paladin. We probably don't need the Sun Sentinel. Oh, and we have the Oathsworn Vampire. How many creatures do we have? 18, and we have 9 non-creatures. Do I need the Cleansing Ray? It destroys enchantments? I don't think we do. I kind of want to keep the Recover because we only have 1 Legion Lieutenant, and that's a great way to get it back if it dies. Could get rid of Divine Verdict, because that requires a creature to be attacking or blocking, which is a bit slow. I think I'm going to do that. We have Impale. We can just point our removal at whatever we want. Martyr of Dusk. Maybe I even cut one of these Conquistadors. Do we need 6 of them? Or I cut a Sentry. Sentry's a 1-mana 3/3. But all of our Conquistadors, yeah, let's do that. Well, we got the deck we wanted. Anything else to consider? I mean, there's the second Recover, Cleansing Beam. Yeah, we were... I'd say we were in an open lane. We just didn't find a lot of... Would I want the 4th Moment of Craving over the 6th Conquistador? I don't know. I don't know. Let's try this. Well, we definitely got the deck we wanted. P for Nick. Pink for... We have a bunch of 1 and 2 mana cards. We just did not find them. We also have a bunch of Forsaken things, and we just didn't find them. We're not going to be able to grab all of our Conquistadors out of our deck at once, otherwise we'll end up having to discard. But naturally, it always happens. It happened in Paper Magic to me so many times too, because I also played the mono white deck with the Conquistadors. Is if the turn you're about to play a Conquistador, you draw another Conquistador. It's really bad. Also, if you play a Conquistador and do not get all of the Conquistadors, you will immediately draw the other Conquistador. We're going to take a couple of these. Ooh, Stormfleet Sprinter. What did I just tell you? What did I just tell you? I can take one more. I have one more. Well, our hand is stacked to the brim with Conquistadors. We have Squire's Devotion. I'm not going to play that into open mana. I don't have to play that into open mana now. Still not great to play here. I think whatever we play is just going to end up trading with the, I have to we'll discard a Conquistador. There's a limit to how many 3-mana 2/2s I want to play. Okay, he's not attacking. Please don't have any more of these. Oh, yeah. It's the same as having more of these. Okay, well, I did get a land. Unfortunately, we haven't found any of our 2-drops yet, so we can't double spell. If I attack, he has more of an attack back at us. I do just want to trade off, though. Okay, now that thing needs to die. Can't be blocked, can't be stopped. It does need to go away, though. And naturally, the turn I need to play removal, we get another... Well, at least next turn we can have, you know, multiple Conquistadors, or Conquistador and Squire's Devotion. Bombard, okay. So attacks here would bring us down to 6. Only 2 cards, because he doesn't have Ascend yet. And it is suddenly Jeskai Pirates. Okay. Well, I am very much blocking. We'll just play out our stuff. You can counter it. That's... sure. You got it. We don't have any more left. We have drawn all 6 of them. Stop doing that. I just haven't had time to play the Squire's Devotion. There's a Paladin. I don't really have time for the Paladin right now. There's a Menace guy. Fortunately, my hand is stacked. Unfortunately, that card comes in tapped. Well, we're going to play the Famished Paladin here. Sanguine Glorifier. Next turn I can Squire's Devotion on the Paladin, and then it just untaps itself. Wow, our opponent's at 16. Didn't even want to see if he could try and get the last 3 damage through. He must not have had any more unblockable creatures in his deck. For a moment, I was not expecting to win that. But we'll take it. I also couldn't find any of our Moment of Cravings either. We have a lot of 2-mana plays. We just did not find them until much later in the game. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Here's Martyr of Dusk. Here's one of 6 Conquistadors. We do need a 3rd land. That is a 3rd land. I guess we'll play it. Means we're not playing the Martyr of Dusk. Are you attacking? You are attacking. And there's a Forerunner of the Legion. Probably going to find a Vampire that... Vampire's going to have lifelink here. Oh, that thing has flying and lifelink. I cannot do much about that right now. I guess we'll play our Conquistador. Actually, I can... just take 1 for now. I can impale the flyer. I think that's what we're going to have to do. No locks. Dusk Legion Zealot. That's not bad. I'm not winning this race, so let's hold back for a moment. There's a Bloodletter. We're still not winning this race. I'm going to go Dusk Legion and Martyr of Dusk. Now I could go Conquistador. Now I could also just Legion Conquistador. I could Squire's Devotion on it. I like that. Start gaining life. We got to start doing something to try and race here, and this is a good thing to do. A Harpy. Whenever another creature you control dies, if you have the city's blessing, put a counter on it. Yeah, we have Moment of Craving. That's actually pretty good. I'm gonna attack here. No blocks, okay. So I could crave that away. I don't know that we really need to. We're gonna play another card so we can grab 3 more. And our opponent's like, what in the world is going on here? We'll play a Martyr of Dusk. Okay, opponent has Ascend, so this thing... Another creature you control dies. If you have the city's blessing, it gets a +1/+1 counter. Okay. Oh, Golden Demise, that was nasty. That was very nasty. Well, I guess we just have to rebuild. I can give a +1/+1 counter to the Conquistador. Yeah, let's do that, because we're in a racing situation here. I can attack with the 1/1 life linker. Yeah, we can do that. That is fine. Now the only question is, do I play the Oathsworn Vampire? I want to use the Moment of Craving to try and catch that guy, so yeah, let's play the Oathsworn. All these Conquistadors in hand. We have Recover as well. I can recover a Conquistador, that's, you know, wonderful. Alright, there's a Famished Paladin. Now I think we make our move with this. That's fine. Ah, it's already gained life, so that untaps. Well, that's annoying. Just play more of these. Do we want our Paladin? Our Paladin can attack. It's a little more mana efficient to do this. Decline. I have finally drawn all of them. Another Martyr of Dusk. I need one of my Impales for... We haven't played... Oh, we have played one. What did we impale that was important? Oh, yeah. The Sky Marcher. That was important to be impaling. I mean, I want the 5/5 to block the 4/4. Realistically, you might just chump block. Yeah. It's playing around that moment of craving. Another sadistic Skymartyr. Well, I can just kill that. I'm also back up at 22 from all this attacking. I'm going to kill the life-linking flyer, though. Anything interesting. I can bring back the Dusk Legion Zealot. Keep trying to draw. We don't have... Oh yeah, I need to draw something to push through. Alright, so if I swing out here, what happens? Block, block. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. Yeah, that's not gonna work yet. I have 4, 5, 6. I get 1, 2, 3, 4 things through. He also gains a life too, so he's effectively at 12. We have to factor that in. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4 things through. We get less things through. What does this do? Exile target creature opponent controls until Bishop Binding. Yeah, that's going to ruin us. Still no attacks. Target vampire gets +X/+X, where X is the power of the exiled card. Alright. I suppose I could attack with the Famished Paladin. I could attack with the other... I can be attacking with the 3/3s. Because I don't mind too much if that stuff trades off. I suppose... Let's go for it. I could save my Paladin. It would also untap it. I'm good with that. So there's one less 2/3 flyer. Now he's got 5 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get 2, 4... 5 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, we get 6. Not quite lethal. It is not quite lethal. Also, this is the last turn the Paladin can attack right now. Goes for a chump block on the Snubhorn. Alright. Another 2/3. He has as many of these Skymarch, Exaltant Skymarches as I have Legion Conquistadors. If I swing out now, he's got 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get in for 6, 7. Not quite there yet. Yep, we'll trade. Now he's got 3 blockers. He's got 4 blockers, but now this time I'm only just flat out losing one thing to his Sky March. I think we gotta go for it. Yeah, I could have used that Pride of the Conquerors. Trading 1/1s, okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to block another thing. Or kill another thing. Divine Verdict, alright. Wasn't too bad. Alright, that was enough to get there. Maybe we do need the Divine Verdict, or even just Strider Harness? I mean, Recover's not super interesting if we're not getting back Legion Lieutenant. Because our goal is just to make a super wide board state. But the moment I take it out is the moment that we're finally going to get the Legion Lieutenant, and then it's going to die, and then I'm going to have Divine Verdict in hand, and then I'll be crying because I can't get it back. Just checking on the recording there. V420 is our next opponent. Alternatively, we could have the Legion Lieutenant and just not have black mana. I do have 9 sources of black. Not going to put it out there yet. Dusk Legion Zealot. Alright. Yep. Esper Vampires. Esper something or other. Alright, well, we'll just... Cool animation for the Signpost Uncommon. We have Removal coming up. We have Vampire Revenant coming up. That's annoying. Annoying, but it's also not at the same time. Because I can just Moment of Craving and end up killing both of them. could be a sea legs here. There's green in this too. Let's just see what he wants to do. It's just a single block. I'm just going to have this go through. Alright. Well, the most efficient play is the Vampire Revenant. I will do that. Because if I draw a land next turn, I can Conquistador, get a billion more Conquistador. Why is my opponent playing 5 color? Okay, clearly you have... And naturally, if you don't play the Conquistador, he will immediately draw Conquistadors. I'm just gonna swing with this. Because I don't know what's up. Going down to 3 so I can grab 4 more. Conveniently, there's 4 more in the deck. Alright, what are you doing with your special... You have the city's blessing. Okay. Do you have removal in this 5-color deck? I mean, a lot of your slots are being used up for this. I could try and draw and get a land. We're gonna do that. Do that post-combat. We're gonna go attacking first. And however you want to block is fine. I can still even use the Moment of Craving post-combat to kill that Sailor of Means if I so desire. Which actually I will do that if we don't draw a land. Okay, we drew a land. Then instead we're just gonna keep doing this. I have no more, right? Yeah, I have no more. Okay, so you have every color of mana. You can go get 3 more basics, but you can't stop the Legion. Okay. That was weird. I don't know what our opponent's deck was trying to do. Alright, next up. The Pasta Pirate. Yeah, I've seen this guy before. He's a streamer. And he goes first. This hand is fine, but it's a little... It's a little odd. Because right now we can't play the Conquistador on turn 3. I could play this... Maybe I just play this on turn 2. Every time I'm worried about an opening hand and land sequencing, I just draw the right stuff we need. I can kill that. In fact, I think that is exactly what I'll do. It doesn't need to exist. Next turn we'll Conquistador and get a bunch more Conquistadors. After we draw another Conquistador... Oh, I'm shocked we did not. Okay, we'll attack. I can get 3 more right now. Without having to discard, that is. I don't want to make pointless discards. Ravenous Chupacabra is going to kill a thing. That's fine. You can have your 2 for 1. We'll draw more Conquistadors. I'll attack with my Conquistador. I'll play a Conquistador. I'll search for a Conquistador. How many times can I say the word Conquistador? Do I care to block them? No, I don't. No, that's kind of annoying. That stops my Conquistadors. We can't be having that. Get that out of here. I play a Snubhorn Sentry, which is definitively not a Conquistador. Vampire Revenant, oh, that's not a Conquistador either. Oh, hey, I can play 2 more Conquistadors. I should have done that pre-combat. I don't know what I'm thinking. I could have hit Ascend and attacked with this. I'm just doing this too quickly. Do we have more Conquistadors in the deck? No, we don't. So we'll just play more. Yeah, see, I could have attacked with this as well. That was such a mistake. Such a horrible misplay. Oh, a 2-2. That trades with Conquistador. I don't want that trading with my Sentry, though. Oh, what, you do have a trick of some kind? I mean, if you do, you do. Okay, bombard there, and you're just chump blocking? Oh, that's right, I know what I'm doing. We're just gonna play another vampire. And, even though we made a couple minor mistakes, I don't foresee us losing this unless there's something... Oh, those are swamps. I thought those were cool-looking islands. Oh, well. We kill that and we win anyways. Yeah. Take that, Pasta Pirate. Maybe after this I'll go see if he's streaming and say, hi, I had the 6 Conquistador deck. You did not have a good time. But I want to finish up the draft here first. Mark B is our next opponent. Mark, I hope you like Conquistador. Oh, we have a near perfect hand. Miss Cloterel, well, we're going to start with... This can't block the thing anyways, so it's fine. I'm going to kill this. You put your thing on it, I'm going to... River Darter. I'm going to draw Conquistadors is what I'm going to do. Okay. We're going to do it like this, because I can block the 2-1 with this. I do need to stop drawing these Conquistadors, though. Oh, I can't block that with dinosaurs. Okay. Stop drawing Conquistadors. I need my card advantage. I only get card advantage by not drawing the Conquistador. Well, we'll grab the other 2. Our hand is now 5 Conquistadors. Jadecraft Artisan. That is not good. Oh, don't put that there. That's annoying. This is a lot of damage and I can't actually stop it. Okay. Impale. I draw another untapped land I can double spell, so let's just play a Conquistador. And hopefully our opponent doesn't do anything too insane. Okay, attacking with one creature is not too insane. Perfect. That's not a tap land, or untapped land, so we'll just play another Conquistador that our opponent knows about. And we'll pass the turn. He didn't like the attacks last turn. Okay, so he had 5 mana and nothing. Well, he's not going to like what we have coming up. I still can't block that. Six mana. There's a Colossal Dreadmaw. Dreadmaw needs to die. Yeah, that can just die right now. I will just keep chilling here. 4, 8. So actually this on a Conquistador gives us Ascend as well. It's pretty nifty. Okay, more unblockable things is not what I want to see our opponent doing. But now I could do something. I could play this and the Legion Lieutenant. Really get off to the races. I could kill a Mist-Cloaked Herald. I do need to kill those. I think I'm just going to kill a Mist-Cloaked Herald. I'm not going to attack yet. Okay, one of these has to go. Land and a... No! Nezahal. Can't be countered. No maximum hand size. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, draw a card. Discard 3 cards to exile him. And okay. Hard mode engaged, I guess. Decline. Legion Lieutenant. We'll have the Lieutenant be a little bit of a surprise. I was going to get tricky now with the Nezahal. Oh, that's also not going to make things better. We might actually lose this one. Because we just drew... We drew too many of our... We drew too many of these Conquistadors. I can still go attacking. I only lose one thing to it? Alright. Alright, let's do it, I guess. Oh yeah, I lose that life. But I'm gonna gain some life back. Another Conquistador. You've seen all 6 of them, opponent. He's not attacking with anything now. Okay. So now what happens? I attack with all this. I'm only losing... Only one thing can get eaten. Everything else... I mean, I guess there's that as well. I'll kill the 2/3. I guess if I would have attacked with all, that'd be a little risky. I'm gonna do this because he's got 3 cards in hand. I don't know what other tricks he's got. But now he's down to 2 life. Every attacker is lethal. But we haven't had much for plays the last couple turns. Recover. I can get back a Conquistador. Let's attack with everything. And just see what happens here. It's your chance, opponent. You're discarding 3 to exile. Okay, okay. What did you discard, by the way? Get it? Oh, he just had lands into lands. We just... Even though we started with so many of our Conquistadors before we got to cast one, we just... It was just a Conquistador meltdown. Train Insane is our next opponent. Oh, this is great. The best part about this hand is we get to play out a lot of stuff. Worst part about it is we don't have a Conquistador yet. Well, that's okay. We have 6 of them in the deck. We're bound to find one. And then when we find one, we find them all. Okay, opponent. Here's my 1 mana 2/1. Okay, Train Insane. How insanely slow do you need to go for your first land? There we go. There's a Snubhorn Sentry. Conquistador next draw would actually be pretty good. I'd play it because you know what happens if we don't play it? We just draw a Conquistador. Another Raptor. That's actually annoying. It has to attack. I actually don't even have the Impale up yet. I could double block it. That seems bad. It has Vigilance. That's also bad for my health. A second Raptor is definitely bad for my health. Okay, opponent, don't have all of these. Please and thank you. We'll attack for 2. I need to draw something I can play next turn, and I can hit Ascend. That is not what I had in mind. Kill that. Okay, I need to hit a permanent card next turn so I can ascend. Good enough. This is going to go... That thing will have to block. But then he just double blocks, so putting it here doesn't do much. We'll put it here. And we are coming in with everything. That has to block. We can recover it, too. And we have a life linker. We're sitting in a pretty good spot. We have a 2-turn clock on our opponent right now. This is also the first game we have not drawn one of our 6 Conquistadors. We have 28 cards in the deck. So what percentage of that is Conquistadors? That is a lot of damage. Ah, I can impale. Do I want to? Probably. Because otherwise this is just a lot of damage, and I don't need that much damage in our life. He didn't block with his sentry. I mean, we still have lethal next turn anyways. Come on, we get last turn. Don't concede yet, opponent. We need to draw a Conquistador, play a Conquistador, and get the other 5. That's not a Conquistador, but it does just make everything much bigger. Well, this should be a victory. I'd be shocked if it wasn't. What, you could have... Oh, Blazing Hope. Somebody actually plays that card? That's why Blazing Hope's not good. You can't play it until you're almost dead, and then you still die anyways because you're almost dead. And just become dead. As our first game without a Conquistador. I mean, I guess we only have 6 of them. You know, if I had picked all of the Conquistadors throughout the whole draft, we could have like 9 of them. 9 or 10, probably. SS 1183 is our next opponent. Oh, hey, we have a Conquistador. And we have a 2-drop. And we have a Moment of Craving. That card's annoying. Because now I can't actually attack. I guess I could Moment of Craving that. I need to get it off the field, so let's attack right now. Right now. You block it. We'll make the damage happen first. Because otherwise, it's just going to keep blocking my 2/2s every turn. So let's just make it so it can't do that anymore. Next would be... Another Forsaken Sanctuary would be like a perfect draw here. Unfortunately, kind of need to do the Moment of Craving thing again on this. Well, no, because you can get back the Snowborns. Fine. We're going to do this. Legion Conquistadors, get 4 more. Yes, opponent, I know it's silly, but we're doing it anyways. Temple Altasaur, I don't like that card. So that gets -2/-2. I can Moment of Craving that. Also lets me play a Conquistador to get the last Conquistador. I know he can get it back, but then I can Impale it. And that only gives other dinosaurs down to 1 damage. Play a Conquistador. So if all he does is play 1 big dinosaur for the next couple turns, we might be able to... So Thrashing Bronodon. Alright, that's not the most annoying thing. It is kind of annoying, though. Do I have any more Conquistador? I do not. I have a 3/3 now. We'll just keep adding to the board, and hopefully our opponent does not have the Forerunner of the Slaughter board wipe thing. We'll eventually find our Legion Lieutenant, and then that'll let us start getting in more. Another land is actually kind of nice here, because now we can just play 2 Conquistadors. Wow, this actually worked out perfectly, because we never drew a second or another Conquistador beyond the first. All the other Conquistadors just came from the Conquistador effect. Hunt the weak on the thing I can cast again. I mean, okay, as soon as I gain life, I get to cast it again. Next turn, I might just impale... Okay, yeah, we're going to impale that. I was going to say I could impale, swing all, 2 things get eaten, 3 things get eaten. Yeah, I don't like it. I'll just impale that. I know he can get it back and play it again. I just don't have much else I can do right now. If I got the Legion Lieutenant, I'd be swinging with everything. There's just too many 3 toughness things over there right now. I don't even think I can realistically consider killing the Bronodon and attacking with everything. I will block here. This thing doesn't untap, but it does get bigger. I don't have a way to untap it right now. Let's block. That alleviates one of the issues. Now, actually, if you sack your Seer, get back your... Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Sack your Seer, get back your thing, play your thing, I can kill it, and I swing on it with everything. Oh, well, that's rude. That is going to... be the end of me, I think. Oh, well, maybe not. We have a flyer. We have a flyer and the Dreadmaw's dead. So this just traded with a lot of our Conquistadors. Which is unfortunate. I was telling you not to have a board wipe, opponent. That doesn't mean you get to go out and have a board wipe. Please don't kill my frail flyer. It dies to any amount of damage. It also gets annoyed by luminous bonds. Alright, he's out of stuff. We're in top deck war mode now. And it's back to a standstill. I think he has the advantage because he didn't pull 5 non-land Conquistadors out of his deck. He's also doing things like that. Yeah, we'll trade. That doesn't help. Hey, he just had a little bit too much there. As a 4-5 versus a 2-2, you can totally start attacking. Recover. If only I could recover. I haven't gained life yet. Guess I just get back the Snubhorn Sentry? Lets me draw. Squire's Devotion. Dang it. I don't think we play that yet. Now we're in standstill mode again. He must top deck to land. I have top deck to land. That is not a land. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I only have 6 land left. Oh gosh, half my deck is land. That's not good. I don't trust this attack. Yep, half my deck is still land. That's what happens when you pull 5 Conquistadors out of your deck. That's 10 land for him. That's probably 11. So he's only got 5 lands left in his deck. I could use a flyer, though. This is not getting better. I mean, I could put this on here, but then he sacks it. I may have to do that. We'll wait one more turn. Okay, I know half my deck was land, and then I'm just drawing a bunch of... Okay. Take that out. But it's probably... Okay. The Snubhorn. And I'm just flooding out here. Okay, we gotta play this now. Oh, yeah, I gain life. I get to recast this thing. I forgot about that. It's not particularly great right now, though. Oh, another Seer. Well, that's going to get back a Colossal Dreadmaw. Hey, this is very, very late. Okay, opponent. Well, we'll give this a draw, but I've already used both my Impales. Oh, you still... Oh, that's right, you still have them. Okay, you win. You win. Yep, not gonna beat that. We just can't go 7-0. Oh, that recover, though. Plus the rest of our deck was like, I think we had the Dusk Legion Zealot in there. I might want the... There's not... Other than recovering the Legion Lieutenant, there's just not really a good use for that, and we haven't been able to do that yet, so let's get more removal in the deck. Chief 315. Three Conquistadors. But we have a 2-drop. Just don't draw more Conquistadors. This is how we lose. By drawing all of our Conquistadors. Okay. Well, at least I can do that. Next turn I can play a Conquistador, get the other 2. Do not draw another Conquistador deck. Come on, we had a game where we didn't draw any of them. Now you just want to sit here and draw... Okay. I thought that was Conquistador. I was going to lose my mind. I'll attack. Does our opponent have the moment of triumph or something? No? Okay. Well, now we can start doing this. Get our last 2 out of the deck. Voracious Vampire, that gives it Menace. Makes it trade with a Conquistador. I don't need to do that. Hey there, Chief. I want to attack. Can we move to combat? Does he have the +2/+2 trick? He's kind of playing like he does, but yet he's also playing like he doesn't. That's kind of a telltale sign we don't have the trick. Auto Tapper. I have issues with you sometimes. Alright. Oh, he has the trick. I was just waiting for a moment like that. Alright. Decline, and we do this. You know, I was kind of poo-pooing the Voracious Vampires in the draft, and now we're just getting beat down by them. Oh gosh. Well, that needs to be blocked. If there's another trick... Okay, I was going to say, if there was another trick there, I'm just not going to beat that. Revenant could start attacking. Yeah, I'm going to play the Revenant here. That doesn't do anything? Still only kill one thing. Oh, that just had to be a tap land, didn't it? I have no more... Yeah. Well, we'll start attacking in the air. And double block the 3/3. Okay, our opponent is running out of steam. So let's double block the 3/3 while we know he doesn't have anything. Ooh. That's good. now we can just really get aggressive here. Champion of Dusk. Oh my goodness, that's a 4-card refill. And now I have to impale that 4/4. Again, with that. Well, I'm not blocking that. I do think we're still ahead, though. Opponent goes down to 1. Okay. I play the 6th Conquistador. Flyer is lethal. Okay. I had fun, other than, you know, drawing 4 Conquistadors before playing one of them, but, and our opponent had 3 of these voracious vampires. I guess I should not underestimate them as much, but, yeah, the Champion of Dusk almost got them back into the game. But then I had the Legion Lieutenant, and it was just, me getting the extra boost in power and toughness was just, too much with all the Conquistadors. Sadly, we couldn't go 7-0 with this. I'd also like to point out that we did this with no rares. It was just a lot of solid removal, uncommons, and 6 Conquistadors. Yeah, that's the Team Edward deck for you. So we'll claim our prize. Actually, before we go, we have to open packs. Yeah, let's open packs. I have packs to open. I have a Lost Caverns pack to open. Because this is definitely the last draft of this. The format here is it being a small set, there's not a ton of variety. There's not a ton of variety in the gameplay either. Oh, hey, rare wild card, that's nice. Sphinx's Decree, that's not a good card. I don't think that's a good card in any format, is it? Galta. Alright. Yeah, you had like your 4 main tribes. There's also a blue-white flying archetype. There was a black-green signpost uncommon, but you know, who has time for black-green? Azor. I know I also did something a little bit different in this series, is that I ended up passing a lot of mythics, and just in favor of getting a better draft deck. Our win rates sure paid off on it, though. I mean, what, we got 3 7 wins and 2 4 wins? Yeah, that's overall a profit, too. That's why I'm up at 31,000. Thanks, there was the original Atali. But yeah, this format, especially it being triple rivals and not having a pack of regular Ixalan, just gets a bit stale pretty quickly, as you could imagine. Merfolk Mistbinder. A lot of the cards are just kind of basic. It's just who's going to get the stronger board state sooner, or who has the evasive threats. There was a lot of evasive threats in this. Just things that couldn't be blocked or couldn't be blocked very easily. Which kind of reminds me of Lost Caverns of Ixalan in a way. That set had a lot of cheap flyers. This set had like Mistcloaked Herald, the Kitesail Corsair. You had the green 2-drop that can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. You had the blue-red signpost uncommon that's a 3-mana 2/2 haster that just can't be blocked. Another Legion Lieutenant is nice. But, I mean, it was fun to come back. It was fun to play the tribes. I'm glad I did decide to do a 5th draft and We were able to get the vampires that I wanted. There's this thing. 3 mana for a 1/1 menace. It just doesn't seem good at all. And later on you can pitch extra lands to get that, but to have it explore. We're going to open the Khans of Tarkir packs too, because why not? We're in a pack opening mood here. Vona's Hunger. But I mean, I think this provided enough amusement for a handful of drafts. I'm glad I got the opportunity to do this. I would have preferred... This was a card we needed in our deck. All the Conquistadors. Oh, there's Chupacabra. There's Profane Procession. Not my first one of those. We did draft one at one point. Alright. Khans of Tarkir. I guess we reminisce about this. I do like this set in general. I love the 3-color combinations. I love the factions. You guys know I'm a sucker for that. But for a draft format, it was a little bit miserable to play because it felt like along the lines of Dominaria United and Midnight Hunt, Innistrad Midnight Hunt for me. In the sense that, you know, it's just whose cards will line up better than the opponent's, but the game is kind of decided before people draw their opening hand. Like, oh, sometimes you're playing an aggro deck and you just get shut down by several of these 5 toughness blockers, and there's nothing you can do about it. Or you're not playing an aggro deck, you get run over by an aggro deck. And there's so many cards that can just win a game out of nowhere. Yeah, these 5 toughness blockers. So many cards that can just win a game out of nowhere. Some of them being commons and uncommons. You also had a lot of cards that could just deal direct damage to your opponent. You have Crackling Doom, Arrow Storm, Crater's Claws. I know some of these are rares. What else do you have that can do... Oh, Jeskai Charm. Jeskai Charm can also pump your ultimate. Yeah, you had this thing, the Hexproof thing. That just felt like, you know, you lose. You have a lot of cards. There's Rush of Battle. There's Trumpet Blast. There's Flying Crane Technique. These cards that you just go, oh, what's the minimum amount of creatures I'm guaranteed to get through in this combat? If I pump them all, does that do enough damage to kill my opponent? Well, then the game's just over. I wasn't a fan of that in Dominaria United. I'm not a fan of it here either. And it just feels like there's even more of that stuff going on here. Jeskai Charm also can pump the team. So there was a lot of that going on. I was very
the glory of dragons.
Frustrated by the draft environment of this. I do still like the set as a whole. I do still have casual decks built like the dual deck style, if you guys know what that is. Casual decks built for all of the 5 clans. Love doing that sort of stuff with this set. Sarkhan the Dragon Speaker. I want to pause here. I mentioned this during the course of the Khans drafts, but this was originally like a $45-$50 Planeswalker very shortly after the set released, because the first deck that won like a major tournament had a couple copies of Sarkhan the Dragon Speaker in it. So it shot right up to 50. Of course, Khans of Tarkir, this set was open so much due to the fetch lands, which we haven't seen one yet in this pack opening. And here's more 5 toughness blockers. That almost every card in the set, mythic or otherwise, dropped down to like $5 or less, other than the fetch lands and maybe 1 or 2 other cards. That's just how popular this was when it first came out. I love the set. I enjoyed the pre-releases I went to for the set. Ash Cloud Phoenix, this was another card that, you know, you just automatically lose to, or the Abzan Guide with the life link can be really annoying to deal with. And, you know, equally... Oh, Arc Lightning. This can also damage an opponent's face. So, yeah, there's a lot of cards that can just deal direct damage to your opponent. And I did not enjoy the draft set. And you saw how many packs we had to start with. It was, like, not quite 60. And I did more drafts of this than I did Shadows over Innistrad Remastered, which, if you recall, I think we got like 60 packs after 13 or 14 drafts, I think. Maybe 12? I don't know. But, yeah, I did a lot more drafts that just didn't get shown on here. Had a lot of the same sort of results. I think my win rate must have been like right around 50%. Most of my drafts were like 2. There's the fetch lands. Most of my drafts were probably 2-3. I did have the occasional thing like Dune Blast. That was another card that just kind of felt like a you win the game card and there's not much you can do about it. And yeah, sometimes it's like the cards, like any given card seems really good. Oh yeah, Teamer Charm. There was a number of cards that made it so things couldn't block. This was one of them. And other games, like, the cards just felt like they did nothing. Other games, the same cards, feel like they're the best cards ever and, you know, absolutely amazing, you can't be stopped. I had the same thing, you know, happening the games I won too. So it's not just me losing, it's just it made the format feel more like a coin flip of the like what the decks are before you actually play the game. So I didn't really enjoy the draft format. There's the Arrow Storm. Yeah, there's a number of token makers, mass pumps. Those could get shut down. They might not. But yeah. I still like the card. I still like the cards. I still like the set. I just don't like the draft format. Mindswipe, that's a card I ran a couple copies of in Standard. That's another card that you can just flat out die to, because even if you pay the X mana for that counter spell, you still take the X damage. And there's Crater's Claws, also dealing X damage. Barrage of Boulders. I don't think I had too many people play this against me, but this is another card that, you know, you just make it so your opponent's creatures can't block and just suddenly win the game. Nothing your opponent can do about it. I don't like formats where there's a lot of that going on, and this draft format felt like there was a lot of that going on. Same with like Flying Crane technique and stuff. It was just... And I had all those cards and stuff too. I won the coin flip just as many times as I lost it. It wasn't... I just didn't enjoy it. And I wasn't the only one. I was really glad to find out I wasn't the only one. Oh, there's another Mythic. Nice. Another drafter I follow, Padishar7, I think is his YouTube channel name. He said in the comments one time that you know, this was his least favorite thing to end up drafting. Kind of had a lot of the same feelings as me. So I was at a point after Khans of Tarkir. I still kind of am. I did just do a few drafts of this Rivals set. But a lot of people say Khans of Tarkir is the greatest draft format of all time. And my feelings is if this is the greatest draft format of all time, then I don't ever want to draft again. So I came pretty close to not ever doing drafts again and not playing Arena. Hey, there's Polluted Delta, that's nice. Not playing Arena, and I still might not do that anymore. I do have a gaming channel for those who don't know. Wingmate, that's gotta be my 4th copy. I had several drafts with this card. Oh, and there's also Siege Rhino. That can also just kill an opponent out of nowhere. I did that to someone. There's Dune Blast. Yeah, I had a Dune Blast deck. Only deck that I got 7 wins with in this format. And every single game played out basically the same way. We get a whole board state, we stall the board, I have a bunch of crappy creatures, whatever. And then at some point I Dune Blast, and if my opponent can't recover from that, which mostly they can't because I get to keep a creature, I'll just end up winning the game. I'm pretty sure I won every time I cast Dune Blast. And I got to cast Dune Blast almost every single game. I did lose a game or two in that playthrough, in that draft. So, yeah, oh, nice, another Polluted Delta. As if I ever want to play the Timeless format. I have access to some of these. But yeah, I'm not going to draft this set anymore, so we can go ahead and open these packs too. And okay, so what else do I have to say? Yeah, I came pretty close, and I still might not do a ton of drafting. I don't know. It depends on how I feel about the next set. I don't know if I'm going to do drafts of the next set. I know this will definitely be the last draft video you see until the next set, I do believe, unless they randomly come out with another Premier Draft blast from the past sort of thing. I do kind of wish that these, when they bring back Premier Draft for a previous set, whether it's Rivals of Ixalan or whatever, that it lasts longer than a week. Oh, there's a Wooded Foothills. Very nice. Because you don't get much time to enjoy it when it's only a week, and I, have a life outside of this. I do have a gaming channel that I have neglected in the recent past. Oh, hey, I have Vault Progress open. Very nice. That I have kind of neglected due to this. Yeah, this was another card that could just end a game out of nowhere. Tap all your opponent's stuff, swing in for the win, game's done, can't do anything about it. Unless you're playing a counter spell, then I guess the game goes on, but that's not the kind of good interaction that I think about when I think about limited gameplay. Blood-Soaked Champion. I haven't had Blood-Soaked Champion a few times, and then I had a turn 1 Blood-Soaked Champion. I think I was even on the play, and my opponent managed to completely nullify it. I don't think I even got one attack off. I was really annoyed about that. Maybe I was on the draw and had it, but I had it turn 1, and then turn 2 was like the 0/5 stupid wall, and then he later put Molting Snakeskin on it. I just could not attack with anything ever. It was really obnoxious. Ruthless Ripper. I've done some of my own silly stuff with Molten Snakeskin too in the format. It just... yeah, okay. So I don't know how much of the next set I'm going to do the murders at Karlov Manor. I know I would like to... I have a ton of currency, so I don't necessarily just want this all to go to waste and never come back. I would like to do a bunch of drafts for like Guilds of Ravnica and Ravnica Allegiance, because I do like those multicolor faction-based sets. But yeah, I've been not having a good time. And as I mentioned, I do have a gaming channel that I am trying to focus more on. So I want to get back into that much more heavily than I have been. But, this Rivals of Ixalan was a nice break. We got to play around with all 4 of the tribes in the course of 5 drafts. And the tribes proper, because I had Huatli's Merfolk, and then I had an actual blue-green Merfolk deck. So, yeah, we'll open the vault here, because why not? This is what happens when you open the vault. If you're not sure, you get 3 uncommon, 2 rare, and 1 mythic rare wild cards. Vault progress happens every time you get a 5th copy of a common card that you already have 4 of. You get 0.1% towards vault progress, and uncommons that you have 4 copies of, you open your 5th copy, will be at 0.3%. So it can take some time, but if you do a lot of drafting, you're going to be opening the vault a lot more. As you can see, you get a bunch of packs. You open the packs, you get trips around the wild card wheel. You get wild cards from opening the packs. I can craft like any sort of constructed deck that I would want to construct. That is one nice thing about drafting. So yeah, hopefully I can come back for whenever Guilds of Ravnica and Ravnica Allegiance come back. Maybe I'll do some Murders at Karlov Manor, maybe not as many. I don't know. But I guess for now, I'll take my leave.